Hello, uh, welcome back to our virtual class for class 9. So I guess the introductory class has already given. So in last video I have discussed about the story about Alexander, how Alexander conquered India and they had a fight between King Porus and so on and so forth. So not going into in the deep, let's focus on today's topic. So major in this chapter, in this whole chapter, your syllabus has been divided into these 3 points, that is the word Indika, Arthashastra, Asokan Edict, Sanchis-Stupa, and political history and administration of Chandragupta Maurya and Asoka's Dharma. So today basically we will learn about the literary sources, how from where we can understand or from where we came to know about the Mauryan Empire. So uh, basically talking about the Mauryan Empire, what the basic thing is that we need to talk about the leaders who shaped the Mauryan Empire. So talking about Mauryan Empire, the main leaders, there were three main leaders, that is Chandragupta Maurya, Bindusara and Asoka. So without these three important leaders, Mauryan Empire could not be shaped. So we are talking about how this subject is a history. So how we came to know about that this kind of particular kingdom or this kind of king was there, or this kind of empire was there, from where we need certain sources, right? So some of the main important sources that we considered to give our answer is from the literary sources. So literary sources can roughly called as a books. The books on the top, things which are written in the books, that can be considered as a literary source. Similarly, Mauryan Empire do have certain literary sources such as Indika and Arthashastra, and in these books we can find about the major things that were developed in that Mauryan Empire, what were their kings, how they ruled, etc., etc. So gradually we will go one and one by what are the different kinds of literary sources in this chapter. Talking about the literary source, the first literary source is Indika. Like, main important thing is that this Indika was written by Megasthenes. Megasthenes. So who actually is Megasthenes? He can be considered as a historian who came to India. Historian who came to India. So, in the beginning of a chapter, there is a story about how Alexander, after conquering Bhattika, came to India. In that story, it is a detailed account of what things happened. So, and that the invasion of Alexander gave a different possible factors. So one of the possible positive factors was the historians came to visit India, and Megasthenes was a person who wrote about Mauryan Empire. So and this person is from Europe, from a Greek city-state. When the Alexander started his journey of invasion, he fought a different war. So many wars were fought. So there, when he reached India, the King Porus gave a very tough battle to Alexander, and Alexander was very much happy and surprised that some like no other king that was he that King Porus was very much ardent and good king. So subsequently many things happened, and uh, the person historian from India came to know about how Indian culture was there, what are the things that were there, so many things, so many ambassadors came, not just historian, he can be considered as ambassador of Europe to India also. So in this Indica, it is a book written by this person. It is a detailed account of how Mauryan Empire existed. So whenever the question asks what are the literary resources that you can answer or you can give that give a account of Mauryan Empire does existed at certain period of time. So basically you can give a literary resources. Under that literary resources, the book Indica is one of the main book that gives us an idea about. So the next book can be called, the name can be given as Arthashastra, written by Kautilya, and his famous name is Chanakya. Chanakya has written a book called Arthashastra, the statecraft. We, in our simple language also, we can say as a statecraft. In this book there is a detailed account of how politics should be done, and how king should be, what are the roles that king should play, what are the things that he should study, what are the things that the king must do for their peoples or subordinates or the general people. There are varied topics, chapters under this Arthashastra, which gives a detailed account about how a government should play, how what are the policies to be made, and how what are the different strategies to be implemented in a state to protect the kingdom, and what are the role that ministers should play while working on certain things. So this Arthashastra gives a detailed account about how how an empire should go further. So it can also be considered as a second or most important literary resources that provide certain tips to us from the history to understand that Mauryan Empire does existed at certain period of time in India. So the next one is the Puranas. So the Puranas also give an account about the Mauryan Empire. So the Puranas consist of 18 Puranas, where it deals with the major topics such like God, earth, climate, and the kings and their, or a history of the king. So I can cite an example to us, the detailed account of everything, the facts, that whatever in the world is happening, we can get it in encyclopedia. I guess everyone has heard about the word encyclopedia, and I have seen, and I know that students have seen the big, bulky and thick book encyclopedia, where we can get a detailed account of everything. So at that period of time, I guess this is like it people used to keep a record about certain things. So this Puranas can also be considered as a olden way of keeping a up-to-date record. So under that, in current day encyclopedia, so we can get a various topics about everything. So in the same way, at that Puranas also, they talked about climate, god, earth, and histories of different beings. So with this also proves that in that Puranas, there is a systematic description about the Mauryan Empire. So as roughly as I say, it is regarded, this Purana is regarded as the most systematic record of kings and dynasty. So the record of kings and dynasty, which automatically means that in Mauryan Empire there are three most important leaders. There were three important leaders: Chandragupta Maurya, Bindusara, and Ashoka. So, and their dynasties. The dynasty means the Mauryan Empire, the king and his son and the son. So Chandragupta Maurya Chanakya made Chandragupta Maurya as a king. Then Bindusara is the son of Chandragupta Maurya, and Asoka is the son of Bindusara. So this sequence of government shift took place from the father to son, and it is that can be found in a detailed account in this Puranas also. So today's last topic will be the Buddhist literature. So we are talking about the literary sources. So the fourth literature from where we can get an account about a Mauryan Empire is Buddhist literature. So and this Jataka tales I have already discussed, so I'll not go into the deep. So if I go into deep, this video will be too large. So due to the MB constraint, let's focus upon the Buddhist chronicles. So the Buddhist chronicles can be divided into Mahavasma and Devasma. So what is this? These are also chronicles or stories, like such kind of fables compiling about certain incidents. So with this, it deals about how Asokas helped in spread of Buddhism. So it is very easy to articulate that how history took place. First, we studied about Indus Valley civilization. We studied about Vedic period, which was divided into early Vedic period and later Vedic period. So there were certain things that people didn't wanted, that that kind of Vedic period was too strong, too rigid, that the religion was too rigid, caste system came out, so and so forth. There were too many problems. Then that arises the there was a then after that the new religion was like born, that was Jainism and Buddhism. In the first term we have completed that one. Now after the Jainism and Buddhism, let's talk about the Mauryan Empire, because in this Mauryan Empire the King Asoka played a very much influencing role in spreading Buddhism all over the globe. So this is how the particular concept of history is developing. So we studied about literary sources, which was there in your syllabus, and in next video we'll be talking about the some archaeological sources, such as Sanchi Stupa. Not just we'll go all the detailed account, but just the things or topics which are there in your syllabus. So I want you to complete your notes also side by side. Kindly do your short answer type question as well as long answer type questions. So in a week we can I am thinking to complete the chapters in a week, so that we may have a Google Meet where we can discuss about certain things that you are facing difficult, or there are certain doubts regarding the meanings that you are not understanding very well. So we can have a chat, or we can have a discussion in Google Meet. So for every topic I'll be sending this kind of videos. So I don't want anyone to not submit me your respective work, because I'm doing my level best to make you understand. So kindly do your work from your part. So stay safe and take care. Study well. The blue color depicts about how Mauryan Empire was spread. This is Chandragupta Maurya. This image is of Bindusara, Chanakya, Megathans, Alexander the Great. Alexander was a ferocious battle fighter and very much into